Today's day 4. It's crazy to think that it's almost 7 days since I've started this series, and yeah, I'm really proud that I started. So today I wrote some copy. I wrote only one email because I woke up extremely late and I didn't even do my morning routine, right? I usually meditate and then I read, but today I only meditated because I figured I might as well just skip the reading for today. Actually, not today, for the moment, because I will read when I go to sleep. But instead of reading, I'll just get to work, which is what I did. I opened X, left some comments, not much, like 3 or 4 comments. I believe I posted something, and then I got to work. I believe I did like a 30 minutes, 40-minute session. I wrote one nurture email for no sequence, just a single email, just to nurture. And I haven't written copy in a long time. Okay, I haven't written copy in like, I believe 3 weeks or a month, actually, in like a month. And my productiveness is an all-time low since an email used to take me, I would say, 40, 50 minutes, depending on the type of email, of course. But on average, it would be 40 to 50 minutes. And today it took me 2 hours just to write a single email. And to top it off, the quality of it, the first draft, I would say like the first and second draft were kind of bad. Okay, the quality, I kept rumbling. It was it was bad. Okay, I'll be honest, and I still believe the email I got written, like the finished draft, I would say, the final version isn't as good as like 10 out of 10 copy. Of course, it would be immature of me to think that I could write 10 out of 10 copy when I've just started again. But I'm still happy that I did write the email. But I figured one thing is that I kept grumbling and I didn't like write the outline of the email before writing. So what happened is I just wrote whatever came to mind, and then yeah, that's basically it, and then I polished it. What I should have done was write the outline. So it was a nurture email for a fake scenario, which I asked Claude, I believe I asked Claude, yeah, to give me some details about an offer for personal brands on X, which is what I do. I'm thinking of doing e-commerce, but it's not something that I really want to. You know what I mean? I don't go to sleep thinking, oh, I gotta do emails for e-commerce. No, because most people with personal brands on X have a shitty email list. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like their email list is kind of shit. Their emails is kind of shit as well. They don't know how to. They don't even know how to write sequences, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, that's another detail. So yeah, I asked Claude to give me the details, and then I just wrote the email. What I should have done, like I said, is think before writing. I should have thought the story part should be short, and then the framework slash system, which I gave in the email, would be the majority part of the email. And it was kind of weird because the first draft, it was like 50% of the email was the story, and then the other 50% was the actual system, which is kind of stupid since it's a nurture email, which the system should be the majority of the email, which I would say 80% of the email, but like I said, it was 50-50. And I mentioned KJ Rennie yesterday. I'm using his copy bot on ChatGPT so I can review my copy. And when I sent it my original draft, bro, I got like punched in the gut. Okay, yeah, he said, ChatGPT said it was like, he said I kept rumbling and I didn't give enough details to go into the storytelling. For example, the system I gave, it had like 3 layers, and one of them, actually 2 of them, had a testimonial, not a really testimonial, but like social proof into it. So let's say I believe the first layer was positioning, and I said, oh, blah blah, positioning is important because of this. Take this name for example. It was a fake scenario, like I said, but I just said, oh, take John for example, he did this and that, and then his positioning got better, blah blah, and then he landed clients. I didn't give enough details for the person to actually feel immersed in the story of John or Maria, right? Because that's the goal. The goal is to, when I write social proof, for the person to think, oh, that could be me the next 2 months, which is to build that curiosity to the program. That in that email I didn't promote it, but in a future email maybe I would have, right? And yeah, I didn't give enough. It's weird. I didn't give enough details for that part of the story, but I gave too many details in the beginning. The beginning was like in the beginning of 2025. I figured I discovered LinkedIn, blah blah blah. But I gave too many details. Like, it's my first email on the Google Doc document that I have, which is Nurture Emails Practice. Only one email had 9 pages, just so you know. It was 9 fucking pages, and like 4 pages were just the beginning. It's kind of crazy, man. I kept rumbling, and I didn't focus on the main focus of the email, which was giving the system and teasing the next offer. Yeah, sorry. And yeah, I wrote the email, then I polished. I won't say I'm extremely happy of the final product, but I'm decently happy. I trimmed the fat. I trimmed where I gave too many details that didn't need to be added. And yeah, but I'm not mad at myself, because like I said, it's stupid to think that my emails would be 10 out of 10 quality, right? Since I just began, so I'm not too worried about it. And actually yesterday, hold on. I have a friend on X. His name is Brandon. Actually, I shouldn't be saying his name, but well, fuck it. And we've been talking on X for like since I've started my account. I believe he was my first person that I wrote a welcome email, and I got a testimonial from him. He just said, "Oh, Ruben wrote me a welcome email. It was really good, blah blah." And since then we've been talking. And yesterday I sent a voice message, which was basically just asking him if he'd like to answer some questions about his offer, details, and his story of why he started and everything, so I can write a welcome email sequence completely for free. And the reason I'm doing this is because I had a accountability call, like I said yesterday, with my friends on self-improvement, and one of them, his name is Ivan, he mentioned, like I would say 3 times on the call, which is to detach completely from money and just focus on helping the person first. So it's what I'm doing now, especially since I haven't gotten any results for anyone. I'm just focusing on delivering as much possible value completely for free. Just get them like getting money out of my emails, because 2 things can happen. I get an insane testimonial. No, 3 things. Insane testimonial, I get a referral, and then I can get a case study. I can just ask, oh, how are your stats before the email, and then now how they are, blah blah. And that's basically it. I just asked him for him to give me some details about the email about his offer and story. I'm just waiting on a response, and I did the same thing today on another guy that I've been talking for a couple of months. And yeah, so far no response. They're kind of busy, so I understand. But if it's been like 2 weeks, then maybe they're just ignoring me, which is fine. And I believe that's it. I'm waiting on the response. When they do answer, I'm gonna get written the welcome email sequence. For example, if Brandon responds tomorrow, I'll probably write the full sequence, honestly, because I just like writing emails. I'm at the point where I wake up and I'm like, oh, I really want to write emails. It's kind of weird. I'm kind of obsessed, but okay. Yeah, I believe that's it. That's what I'm doing today. That's my plan. I'm not focusing too much on growing my X account at the moment. I'm just focusing on like improving my copy skill, so that when I do try to grow my X account, I can actually deliver results and prove that I'm worth some money, right? And yeah, I don't think there's much to say. today was day 4. I wrote only one email. Maybe after this video I'll write a second one, a story email, because I just like storytelling for some reason. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, see you guys tomorrow.